Hi, hi all. This is second video with respect to the ingest pipelines. Okay, in this video we will see what are the technical configuration or technically what are the things is possible. Okay, or what are the different configurations are available? What is the capability of ingest pipeline? What are the meta variables it can access? Okay, similar steps. Okay, how to debug, of course. Okay, how to debug. So these are the things we will discuss in this video. Okay, the first thing first. Okay, we have to have separate, dedicated node for the ingest pipeline. Of course, without that we can run, you can test, but whenever when once you are getting large amount of events. Okay, so large amount of events, then actual performance of Elasticsearch will be impacted, right? So that is the first things you have to have dedicated node. That is a best case whenever you have large amount of data. But if it's minimal, means obviously is no need. That is my perceptions. Okay. Second things. Okay. Um, okay. Since it has processor. Okay. Each processor have descriptions. In the Log pipelines, what we have to do now? Okay, let me go here. Okay, here you can see we have the description field. So I would say please populate this description, whether this is mandatory or not. Please populate this description field for easy debug. Of course, you explain what is the role of this processor. Okay, so it is very easy to for debug or any who going to work with after you. Okay, so that is one thing. Okay, in the Logstash you have to add as a command with hash symbols. Okay, so this is the one recommendation I would say. Okay, of course, any pipelines will have one processor array. Okay, here you can have one or more processors. Okay, so within that you will specify the processor name and what you configure what are its fields. Okay, similarly here this is what let me go body. Okay, here I am using the mustache syntax to access the variables, access the dynamic variables. Okay, dynamic variables which is in the document. Okay, and we can have that pipeline within the pipeline. So, okay, so here you can see here, yeah, this is the one common pipeline. You can say it's a common or master pipelines. Okay, within that I can have pipelines. Okay, so based on the conditions I can explain. See here, my description is very useful for you here. So based on the conditions, this pipeline will be executed. Otherwise, it will not. Okay, so so this is the conditional execution of your pipeline. So like what is now, we have more modularity. Yes, we can have small pipelines. Okay, small pipelines, then we can aggregate them. Okay, composite them in the master one. Okay, so that's how you can, like tethering. Tailoring. Okay, you are tailoring different pipelines. So that is the another benefit when we go for here. So reusability is very more. I don't think in the Logstash pipelines, though they will say pipeline to pipeline, but I have not seen any samples. Okay, but here it's more modularity. Okay, you can have small pipelines and you can reuse them. Okay, so this is the pipelines which use other pipelines based on the what, based on the condition, something like that. Without condition also you can compose. Okay, okay, this is about accessing metadata. Okay, what is it? Not metadata, right? Access metadata or what here? It's a value. Okay, yeah, this is what metadata. Okay, okay, I'll show you here. Say, okay, it can access some of the metadata available. What is an index, ID, routing, and a dynamic template. These are the metadata available. You can access using the context variable. Of course, there is a context CTX, and if it is in the Logstash, what we will use event, right? Event or something. That's how here's a context. Okay, whatever the things the context is readable. Okay, you cannot set anything in the free. You cannot set or you cannot modify anything in the context, but you can at least read. So from the context only we can able to read this metadata. So obviously the ID, so routing, whatever you need, you can read from the context. Okay, that's how I think I can show here routings. No. Then how come? Okay, I don't. Somewhere I have seen the context as well. Okay, I will show you that some stuff. Okay. I think okay, so you please add the enough description for each processor, okay, and support it support conditional execution. I have shown you, right, it support conditional execution. So otherwise you can ignore it, okay, that is what. Then final, so in the elasticsearch.yml file itself you can configure this is a final pipeline and the default pipeline, okay. What is the default pipeline? So let's say you are not specifying anything in that default pipeline will be executed. Of course, default pipelines, I think by default it is none, okay, in the Elasticsearch cluster. If you want to execute for everything, let's say for all the nodes I want to add some timestamp, okay, or some count something, okay, or assign something, anything, it can be anything, right. Let's say even one of the use cases, what is now, we want to measure how much storage is ingested per day wise, okay. There are easiest ways there, of course. You can get the status of yesterday, then get the status of today. So by manually minusing that, you can also do that, okay. But still, some kind of things, if you want, you can do that. You can declare as a default pipeline in the Elasticsearch.yml file itself, okay. Similarly, final pipelines, okay. So it is a pipeline before indexing. That also has to be configured in the Elasticsearch.yml file, okay. So as I said, metadata, okay. Then we can do the enrichment. Of course, enrichment wise, it's really easy when compared with the Logstash, okay, because I can do only these two guys, right, okay. So enrichment, what is now, there are several type of enrichment. I will have separate video, okay. In that I will explain what is enrichment, okay. But enrichment perspectives, ingest pipeline is better, I would say, okay. Yeah, enrichment perspectives, it is better. Even more productive, I would say. So it has many type of ingest policies. Everything I will explain, okay. So the thing is, you can ingest enrich before indexing. The enrich means what? You can add a field, you can look up to your field, something like that. Based on the lookup, you can add some more fields, okay. Then now okay, so there is a support for on failure, okay. Now I will tell you, on failure is a black. On failure is a black, it is not a processor, that has to be actually highlighted, okay. Even I can put underline, okay. On failure is a black, okay. So that can be either the processor scope, particular processor scope, or pipeline scope. So for it is available for entire pipeline. So I would say define the on failure block for every pipeline scope. If you want, you can go for individual process specific. I will show the sample, why not here, okay. Block, okay, here you can see, I think it's a pipeline scope. So its processor is there, separate pipeline is there. So it is pipeline scope, not individual process scopes, okay. Here you can have now, so it will be for every pipeline, so that you can understand what is happening, okay, what was the problems, everything we can understand, right. So it's easy to debug as well, okay. And this on failure block has this variable to access to get more information: on failure message, on failure processor tag, on failure pipeline, on failure processor, okay. So here what I have displayed is index I have displayed, in fact, okay. But other variable also you can access. All these are variables, okay. Variables available, so you can access within the on failure block, okay. So it's kind of what, try catch block, right, okay. I think this here you can see that within the scope. Let me open here. See, rename is a one processor, so within that on failure, but still you can go with on failure, one more level, nested level, okay. That is possible in the ingest pipeline, okay. So the debugging perspectives both are same. I cannot say even there also you can using Ruby plugin in Logstash you can do, but here also the same, okay. Okay, done. Give me a second, something else I have to tell you, okay. Okay. Okay, this is signal failures, okay, fine. Yeah, the thing is timestamp. See, what is the timestamp which is added by the ingest pipeline is exactly right. So let's say event comes to Logstash, that Logstash add the timestamp, let's say 7:15, but it may be reach 7:16, right? Or it will not be 1 second, 1 minute different, maybe 30 second or 20 second, right? So if you want exactly timestamp, then exactly ingest timestamp, then you must to go for uningest pipelines. Okay, okay, exact if you want exact timestamp. Okay. Then what else is there here? Conditional, yeah, based on the if check. Yeah, based on the if check, it will execute, otherwise it will not. This is what they will, yeah, okay, sorry, okay. Okay, to access the incoming document, you have to use context. Okay, so not log, not error variables, right? Not error variables, small corrections. Okay, good. Then, of course, you can use a script as well. They support script, yeah, yes. So you can store one more reusability. Okay, one more reusability. What is now? So you can create your script. I think I have written some script here. Let me open. Stored script. Yeah, they call it a stored script. Okay, I have created a stored script for the pipelines. Here you can see. See, if you want more manipulations, okay, if you want more manipulation, you can go for scripting. That is a benefit. But even that, there also a possibility. Ruby script we can do. Okay, if you want to have more complex complex executions, we have to go for scripting. So that is available in both. Okay, but anyhow, that also here. But the syntax is, you don't need to know about the Ruby. Just Java. If you have Java knowledge, then it's very easy to work with scripting. Okay, I think I have explained this stuff. So as a thumb rule, as I said, you please have on black error message, on error, on failure block in every pipeline. So that is easy debug. Okay, and pipeline can be associated with template also. It is Fleet. Okay, so what is now Fleet server? Fleet is a UI, right? Fleet is UI in the Kibana. Fleet servers coordinate Fleet and the Elastic Agent, right? So if you are using Elastic Agent, then that times you can associate your pipeline in the template. I think in the previous video also I explained, right? Here you can see this is a benefit. But otherwise, what we have to use query pipeline, or here query. Here also I am using query. Here also I am using query. Okay, queries. Okay, so all these places I am applying pipelines query or beat. Yeah, beat. Okay, so these are different places, right? But if it is if you are using Elastic Agent, then you can use a template itself to declare your pipeline ID. That is very more easy, I would say. Okay, so pipeline can compose of other pipelines. Okay, so with the conditional, so you can, so it is more reusability. I don't think that is available in the Logstash. Okay, these are the some technical things we should know. Technical things we should know while working with the pipelines. Okay, especially in just pipelines. Meanwhile, let me go through all the stuff. I think this is very simple. Okay, so this is a namespace. This is a URL. Okay, this is the name of our pipelines. Okay, here the execution version. Then here you can see the set process I have used. Okay, so lowercase I have used. So based on the what are the properties are available, or fields are properties are available in for configuration based on the type of the processor you select. Okay. But you can add any number of things. So it executed in the same order it is displayed, not randomly. Okay, so that is a good thing. Yeah, that is a good thing in fact. Okay, so we want to do serially processing, right? So that's what. Okay, what is the pipeline with other pipelines? Okay, yes, here you can see the other pipelines. Pipeline in intern use other pipelines. So here I have shown access method. I have shown set ignore the failure. What is ignore failure? Okay, so here, so rename. Okay, it's a property of rename a processor. Okay, if processor is support, then you can use ignore failure. So what is if it is something is not there, either target or source field or target field, then it may be okay. You can ignore it, right? So instead of stopping the executions. Okay, so it is capability of particular processor, not entire pipeline. Okay, just pipelines. Okay, then iron failure. I think I have shown access. Okay, conditional execution. I think I have shown. Okay, yeah, will first. Okay, yeah, okay, conditionally you can drop. Okay. So, of course, if it is more complex logic, then you can go for scripting, store script, there you can use Java syntax to manipulate anything. So, that is all about the technical stuff. Okay, you have to be familiar with ingest pipelines before you start work with. Thank you, thanks for watching. So, okay, if you like the content, like my videos, leave your comment, subscribe my channel, share with your friends as well. Bye.